What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, Kojima comments on the upcoming Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, Silkong stands up its fans again, and Square Enix has a new HD 2D surprise. This is your daily fix. Hideo Kojima may be the creator of the seminal stealth series Metal Gear, but that doesn't mean he'll play Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. In an interview with Ssense, when asked if he would be playing Metal Gear Solid Delta when it is released later this summer, he laughed and replied, "No, I won't." Kojima's bitter split with his former employer Konami kicked off in March 2015, when rumors first began to swirl that Kojima Productions' branding had been stripped from Konami's website. Shortly thereafter, a report surfaced claiming Hideo Kojima would be parting ways with Konami following the development of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Great game. Apparently, he and other members of his senior staff were working as contractors and would exit Konami when their deals ended that December. By July, Kojima's name and branding were removed from The Phantom Pain. By August, Silent Hills was canceled. Then the playable teaser, PT, was removed entirely from the PlayStation Store in January 2019. While it seems unlikely, especially given Kojima's latest comment, Konami's current Metal Gear series producer, Noriaki Okamura, has said he'd love to work with Kojima again on Metal Gear. As for Kojima himself, Kojima Productions just released Death Stranding 2 last month. There's also the live-action Death Stranding film from A24 on the way, and the Xbox-published OD, which he describes as a game I have always wanted to make. He's also working on a PlayStation-exclusive action espionage project called Fizzant. Moving on, today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase might have featured a Plants vs. Zombies remake, Monster Hunter Stories 3, and a pair of new Square Enix HD 2D games, but there was one game conspicuously absent again. Hollow Knight Silksong fans tuning in were left disappointed by yet another showcase passing with no further word of Team Cherry's highly anticipated, long-awaited sequel. And to be fair to the fans, there was cause to think today might finally bring Silksong's much-desired release date. A Nintendo Direct earlier this year confirmed the game would arrive in 2025, raising hopes of a fresh appearance today. And just days ago, Microsoft announced that Silksong will be playable via a fresh Xbox demo in a few weeks at Gamescom. Amid this backdrop, hopes were high, but as we now know, they were in vain. Reaction to the Nintendo Direct on the Hollow Knight and Silksong subreddits has, perhaps to be expected, not been positive. The top thread currently on the Silksong Reddit is this meme of a cat laughing, open-mouthed, pointing at the screen. "It's never been so over, the cycle of pain, Silksong isn't real," read a selection of the comments. Officially, all we know of Silksong's arrival is that it will launch before this Christmas and not be tied to the release of the ROG Ally X handheld. The wait continues. And finally today, one thing that was in the Nintendo Direct was a new entry in the Octopath Traveler series for Switch and Switch 2, PC, PS4 and PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. The game will launch for all platforms on December 4th, later this year. Octopath Traveler 0 will let players create a customizable character for the first time and set off on a journey of restoration after your hometown of Wishvale is burned to the ground. Footage shown in today's debut trailer features the series' usual HD 2D visual style, with turn-based battles and the ability to rebuild Wishvale by placing and designing homes and other buildings. A press release for the game promises over 30 recruitable party members and a return to the series' break and boost battle system. If the idea of an Octopath Traveler prequel sounds familiar, that's because this game incorporates story elements from Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent, a free-to-play spin-off for smartphones released back in 2020 in Japan and more widely in 2022. In a blog post, Square Enix said that while Octopath Traveler 0 was inspired by story elements and gameplay ideas from that game, it was also designed from the ground up as a full-fledged console and PC RPG with additional narrative content, fresh character backstories, full voice acting, and the aforementioned town-building feature. Producer Hirohito Suzuki said in a statement, "The name Octopath Traveler 0 conveys the idea that you're undertaking a journey of your own making. Whether you've played the first game in the series, Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent, or even neither, we've packed this game with original experiences that can be enjoyed by anyone." Square Enix's first Octopath Traveler originally launched for Nintendo Switch back in 2018, before eventually launching on other platforms. Octopath Traveler 2, meanwhile, arrived in 2023. I love these games, and I'm excited to get a new entry just in time for the holidays. And that's your Daily Fix for Thursday, July 31st. Now is a great time to score some incredible games through Humble. Live now through August 5th, grab Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, Daemon X Machina, Death's Door, Cat Quest 3, and more. Whether you're building your backlog or discovering something new, it's the perfect time to pick up these fan favorites. Plus, every purchase supports a good cause. This month, your Humble Choice membership supports Covenant House. Get a curated mix of PC games every month, all for just $14.99. Skip a month or cancel anytime and know that 5% of your membership goes to charity. And a special bonus, Humble is actually running a deal on this bundle, so use code July25 to get this month's selection for only $10. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.